All right. Hello. So today I'm just gonna keep it short. This is day 3, I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, it was. I'm gonna be honest. It was pretty. I guess it was pretty hard for me to start recording this one because I just felt like, well, I didn't really want to talk anymore. I, but that's. I'm still struggling with just being, well, more productive and just doing things. Right now, I'm really only interested about the major, and nothing else really interests me quite the same. It's really quite annoying. I think that's one of the traits of, I guess, ADHD is that you only find the things that you really like interesting. Everything else, you can't really find the motivation to do it. I'm happy that I at least started recording again. Um, Again, this is the third day. It's right now 3 a.m. for me. This is in Amsterdam, and I've just been to the gym about an hour ago and did some pull exercises for my back. And tomorrow we'll be doing legs. What else? Yeah, I'm just exhausted. If I could just conclude my feelings with one word, that would be exhausted. And just feeling tired all the time. I don't know. Going to the gym did help a bit, and I also finished my protein shake just a moment ago. Um, and I'm probably gonna go back to sleep again. I'm having some trouble having good sleep. My smartwatch tells me that from the 4 hours I slept a while ago, I've only been I've had 2 hours of light sleep, and the other 2 hours I was apparently awake. I did not know I was awake, but that's a good thing about smartwatches. It actually keeps track, and now I know that I've slept badly, and I also really feel it. I'm still quite exhausted, but yeah, didn't really want to make this video, but I'll just keep doing it because I said I would, and this is a good opportunity to for myself to release some stress, release some emotions, and just talk about things, and just letting things go, thinking about it out loud. That way I can manage my thoughts in a way that's more, I guess, palpable, if that's even a word, for future me to watch and anyone else who might see this. Yeah, it's pretty annoying that I haven't been able to get things done yet. I have It's already the 4th, and I have my exam on the 11th, so I only have 7 days left. Actually, it's more close to 6. I should really get my ass going. But again, when I wake up, there's just zero energy. There's zero will to wake up to do anything. The only thing right now that I really even wake up to and anticipate and um, that I feel like doing is watching the major and doing things related to the major. It's something that requires active participation, especially with the pick'ems. The new rounds are here, so I already did mine. I have uh, I have G2 and Navi qualifying 3-0, wildcard and MIBR 03, and the rest are just the favorites. So pretty much, I think it was Vitality, Spirit, Phase, Mouse, and who else? Liquid. No, 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 I don't have Liquid. I don't have Liquid. The other two are... let me get this right. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I have Heroic and... Wait, yeah, and the Mongols going through. So that's my pick'ems. And I really hope... I'm pretty excited for it because in the first game, things could go really wrong with G2 and Spirit. I mean, G2 and Mongols. Because G2 has a track record of losing to Mongols. So we'll see how that goes. I have G2 winning 3-0, so I hope it goes well for G2. I wouldn't really mind if Mongols win, to be honest, because I really like their team as well. It's really entertaining to watch their matches. They play very well, and yeah, they're a good sport. They're also the first Asian CS team that really made it very far, so I'm also really looking forward to that. But yeah, the major aside, I'm getting more and more anxious and stressful about the fact that I haven't really done much for my exam yet, and I really want to do this one right. No, actually, I really want to do this right. So I really want to get the feeling to want to do it right. That way I can feel passionate. That way I can feel like it's interesting to do. Because otherwise, really nothing interests me right now besides the major. Everything else in my life, it just feels very boring. I can barely lift up a finger throughout the day. I'm just exhausted all the time. Anything that's not related to the major or not related to something I find really interesting just don't really click with me, and it's really annoying as well. But yeah, really the only thing that's keeping me awake is just watching videos and watching Chinese Douyin and just doing the minimal stuff that gives me dopamine. And I hate how that is. I hate that. I hate it, but at the same time, I don't know what to do about it. I mean, I know what to do about it, but I actually don't really know, because knowing something means you act upon it, means you know exactly what to do to actually do it. But me only knowing that I have to study, that I have to do all the grasples, do all the exercises, and finish my exam is not knowing it yet. I know 90% of it, but it's not 100% because I still don't know how I can get my motivation up, how I can get myself to actually start. That I don't know. So actually, I don't know how to start doing things. So that's the hard part. I think I know a lot, but at the same time, I don't know enough to actually start. A lot of people say you have to just do it for 5 minutes, but what I found is I feel really, I don't even feel motivated to do 5 minutes. It feels like, what's the point of even doing 5 minutes, because it's not going to amount to anything after all anyways. So I don't know, I still don't know how exactly I want to approach this and better my life by actually starting things that are hard but are good for me. I think I should just try, but the thing is, I can't even find the motivation to try. I can't even find the energy to try. I can't, like, waking up is already so hard that I just don't really know what to do next. And I also feel so useless because of it, because I really want to do things. I really want to do things, but it just doesn't work. I just can't wake up. It's like, do you know those dreams where you are like fully awake? Those dreams where you feel fully awake, but somehow you can't move. Like you can try your best at it, but your body just doesn't respond and just doesn't move. It feels like that. Um, that that's how my everyday life feels like. It's really kind of depressing. Like anything that isn't that doesn't that I don't really have a passion for, that doesn't interest me intrinsically, it it just feels like my body just doesn't listen. Like I just don't have any motivation. Like not a smudge, not a fucking not a yeah, not a smudge, not a like just zero motivation. It's just very disappointing, and I wish it wasn't like this. I wish I wanted more. I wish I really had more motivation. I wish I had more passion for things around me. That's not just this. I think what I could do is just take my ADHD medication and yeah, just take it immediately tomorrow when I wake up and just start doing it. I think I need to start. I need to force myself to do it, or maybe give myself a reward or promise myself a reward if I do it. Just so I really get at least 5 minutes in, just at least a little while of focus, just so I can get one graspel done. So I'm just one step closer to the final goal. That way, instead of 10 graspels I have to do before the exam, it's just 9. I mean, that sounds like nothing, but having making one step forward is still closer to the mountaintop than if you were to not take a step. So I'm just gonna try it out. Just gonna try it out tomorrow. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll take my medication tomorrow morning, the first thing. Take my medication and then think about everything else later. Maybe then I'll find some form of motivation to keep going, because then I'll be more focused and probably find the joy in making the homework as well, making the graspels and assignments. It'll probably give me enough motivation to do it. I will see. Life will play itself out, and I mean, at least I still have the motivation to live on. That's already something. And maybe that's maybe the way you have to look at it. Like, do you want to live, and do you want to have a better life? Do you want to have choices in your life and actually do things that you find interesting? Well, if you do, then just start doing things and start thinking about what you could do, and not only think about it, but also start doing. I know I haven't been doing that these 3 days, but at least let me just give myself a bit of slack. At least I have been recording for 3 days, even though really I don't really want to do it. Every time just before I start, I always feel this very harsh. I always have this very harsh tone towards myself, like, no, you sound bad. Oh, no, you're just awkward. You won't be able to perform in front of the camera. But that's the whole point. I don't have to perform. I just have to be myself in front of the camera. And I should also not set any limits or any time strains on myself while doing this. I should just keep it as short or as long as I want it to be. And I do find that after these 2 days, after talking to the camera for half an hour or an hour, I do feel better after the day. So that's a good thing. And I also feel like I'm getting better at sorting my thoughts and speaking in a way that's more informative, that communicates my feelings better. At least watching myself back, I already see a bit of an improvement here and there, and I also can keep a longer. I also can keep eye contact with the camera a bit longer, and I don't know. This may sound weird, but the camera looks pretty cute. I have a Logitech camera. Wait, let me just show you guys how this looks from my perspective. Like here. This is the camera. Wait. Ooh, ooh. Like, it looks pretty cute. Yeah, it definitely does. Else, yeah. Well, what else? Mm, now, it's already 4 a.m. now. I should probably go to sleep. It's only good for me if I go to sleep now. I already slept 4 hours, but again, those 4 hours weren't really good sleep. It was 2 hours of light sleep and 2 hours of awake, of being awake, but not really. Like, I wasn't conscious, but I was still awake, apparently. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just fall asleep in a moment. I'm not gonna set an alarm for myself. I do have to go pick up my sleep medication tomorrow. Hopefully that goes well. I haven't got any information on how I do it. I'm pretty sure I just go there and say I have a medication, and they'll ask for my name and my birthday. Hopefully that's it. And well, I also bring my ID with me just in case. Yeah. Now then, I think I'm just gonna keep the one for today, this video for today, pretty short. Don't really have anything to say. I just feel a bit down. Partly because I didn't do a lot today. And also partly because there's not going to be a major tomorrow. So I'll also feel a bit down because of that. But the day after tomorrow, there will be the challenger stage for the major, and I'll look forward to that. And yeah. Today I played a bit of CS. I played a bit of... I haven't touched Smite in a while. I played a bit of CS too. I played a few rounds, a few games, I mean, and I performed pretty well. I was always in the top 3, at least, like fragging. But the sub tick just still really annoys me. I hate that people that peak always see you first. I hate the peak advantage, and just even after like going behind a cover, they can still shoot you and kill you. That's so annoying. But yeah, I don't like that. I still played a bit of Wuwa, Wuthering Waves today. I'm pretty much done building most of my characters. Just Xiangliao. I'm trying to build. I already have the Jeju. I already have Jeju, Jinxi, and all the power characters builds. I have all the 5 stars except called no wait. I have all the instead of wait. What's the green captain? You know, the green guy with the dragon. I don't have him. Don't really find him that cool. It's just like a adult shell. But yeah, no, I didn't find his gameplay that interesting. I also didn't really like his design. But every other female design I really like. And Xiangliao was free, so I just built him. Might as well. He's better than Kalchara, and I really need a good Electro DPS because I need my Yinlin to fit in somewhere. So that's, yeah. I've 3 teams right now. But with Camellia, it's now 4 teams, and I've built her a bit, but I still need more weekly mats. No, actually, I really need more Echo XP. I have no more Echo XP to farm to level them up. So they all have pretty low and bad Echoes. And well, what else? What are the games I have played recently? Not much. I should probably open Genshin again because there's the new update with Chaska. But I really just don't like the designs of the Natlan characters, especially the Pyro Archon. Like, what is that? A motorcycle suit? A full body suit in Teyvat? It doesn't fit the theme. It does not. It's like It's like in Legend of Zelda. Like even then, there was a motorcycle, but it was at least in the form of a old ancient technology vibe. It still gave that ancient technology vibe, but with Malvika's motorcycle and the DJ set of Salonen. What the fuck are we doing, Genshin? What the hell are we doing? I still have to finish my challenge, the No UI challenge, in a moment. I've done 2 episodes and I have 3 more to go. And I don't plan on doing Natlan because Natlan is shit. But yeah, I think that will probably be my last Genshin video. After that, hopefully some other game comes out. Or I'll just do Wuthering Waves content or something. I don't plan to make YouTube my full-time thing. It's definitely just a hobby. I like making videos. I like editing. I like putting funny memes and making funny jokes. At least I think they're funny. Yeah. It's a good creative expression opportunity, if that's even a word. But yeah, I find it pretty fun to do that. Is my main job or my main prospect later on. I'm probably just gonna do, well, my dream is to be making chips and making chips for making high-end chips for things like in a brain, for like a brain computer interface. I would really like working in a team that works on that. So right now I'm doing electrical engineering, and I plan to do masters electrical engineering, and I also plan to later on join maybe Elon Musk's Neuralink or something something close to that, something in that particular path, in that technology path, because I really find the Neuralink technology, I really find it really very interesting. And if I'm completely honest, it has to do with games, with animes like Overlord and Sword Art Online, even though I don't want to admit it. I really find some form of full dive MMORPG or a full dive VR game to be really sick. I've tried VR before, but yeah, I don't really have enough space here to play VR. And VR games, the only really real fun VR games are Beat Saber, and that's about it, to be honest. Every other VR game is just causes motion sickness. It's hard to control, and it feels really awkward walking around with a joystick. So I really hope that I can contribute to the brain technology, the brain computer interface. That would be really cool. And I would also really like a future where we can just slot in these chips and we can learn all kinds of languages and learn all kinds of and know everything about a certain path, a certain I mean, at that point, why do we even need humans, you might think, but I don't know, it's just a dream of mine. It will be cool if I can do that. But yeah, I don't know. At some point, I also thought maybe I could just do YouTube full time, and I can just, because I really think if I did, if I put 100% of myself into it, I can be excellent in almost any. Well, no, not almost any. I can do anything. I think everyone can do anything. Yes, there is a cap on it. Like there's just gonna be people who are more talented for a certain role because they were brought up in a certain environment that better suits that role. But still, I think with enough hard work, if you obsess over it, you can make it big, and make a living for yourself. And if you can't, well, oh, life has a lot of pathways, and just because there's a dead end somewhere doesn't mean there's a dead end everywhere. And you might also be born into chaos, like in a in a like between nations full of conflict, or nations that have wars. That could also happen, but enjoy the war then, I guess. That's yeah, my heart goes out to anyone who's experiencing those things. I have it really good. I have it's so good. I just don't realize it. It's just so annoying that our brains neutralize or normalize everything, like everything. You have millionaires, billionaires, have it living the most exquisite, extravagant lives, and they find that boring. Well, because it's not their fault. It's the brain is our brain's fault. It's how we naturally are. We always want more. We want more and more. Everything that becomes a normal will inevitably, well, get boring. So if you spend millions every single day, it will almost seem, well, not it won't seem that fun anymore after you've spent it enough times. It will be like it will just be like another Tuesday's afternoon or a Monday afternoon where you think, let me just spend a few millions on a car that I like, or a few millions on a house that I like somewhere in Dubai or somewhere in South Africa. It's it's really mind-boggling to think that our human brains can be so easily manipulated and so easily changed, so easily malfunction. Like really, it's really all about perspective and about manipulating your own brain to think a certain way, to make decisions, and to, I guess, make your life less hard. Because everyone's life is at a certain point, everyone's life can be equally hard, even though you might experience it in a different way. Like, people that are millionaires have their own issues, and you might say their issues are less important or less of an issue, since they don't have anything that's that life threatening. While people that are poor, they barely have enough money to survive, to buy food. So yes, I think issues, most problems are not really comparable to each other, but the human emotion we feel during dread, during depression, are pretty similar, I think. So we should actually look out for each other more. But I think there is a limit to that as well. I don't think you should rely 100% on other people. That would just make you not responsible for your own life, and it would be a pity. Because, well, yeah, it's your life. It'll be pretty sad to just leave that to someone else, and let them have autonomy over you, even though you are living it. You are the one who thinks. You are the one who have your own thoughts. You are the one who have your own opinions. So to have that just robbed away because, well, maybe you want to be someone's servant, or you just want to be submissive, whether that's something that's learned or that's something you find enjoyable. Well, I guess, again, everyone can have their own opinions and own thoughts. So if that's something you find enjoyable, well, that's all. Good luck, I guess. That's good for you. I just think, at least me, I hate being ordered around. I hate having no control over my own life. I hate being told what to do, especially when there's no clear reasoning behind it. If there's no logic for that reasoning, for if there's no logic behind the order, I really despise it. I really push against it, because for my life, at least I think I've been pretty reasonable. I've tried to reason my way out of things, because emotionally, I've just been too emotional. If I don't reason, I become too emotional, and it just hurts me. It's like I'm like a volcano. where if I don't use reason, I might just burst, and I'll become very aggressive, and I know I would hurt people around me and hurt myself. So that's just not a good way to handle things, and that's not a good way to let out those negative emotions. It's better to think logically, think reasonably, and I'm always open to changing my mind if new information presents themselves. I'm always open to learn, even though it's hard. Like right now, I'm not open to learning anything about calculus because I just find it very annoying to learn. It hurts. I hate learning new things because it hurts. So I try to avoid it. But if that thing is imperative to my life, then I am very much willing to learn. And if learning that thing can cause someone else to feel better, like if I don't understand why someone feels a certain way, or why they feel offended, or why they feel hurt, I'm happy and I'm open to listen to their perspective. But again, I'm going to be pretty logical about it, and I would want to know why those feelings came to be and how they formed, and why that's my issue. That's also one of the parts. I do not want to have anyone else's feelings placed upon me and just have me process it for them. No, that's not going to work like that. I think you should process your own emotions, because I already have it very rough with my own, and I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to place any of my negative emotions on anyone else. I find that very selfish if you do that. And well, if I find out that I'm more open, or my mental health is very well, and I'm open to sharing that feeling to others, I'm open to sharing their burden, then yeah, I would like to hear your problems. I would like to try and dissect and digest things for you. But until I myself am fixed up, like it's like that saying where wash your own face first before you wash others' faces, or like look yourself in the mirror before you help others, or something like that. Help yourself first before you help others, because otherwise you might just hurt both of you. You might just hurt yourself and the other at the same time. You might just hurt you both. I'm really kind of tired. Even talking is pretty hard right now. Um, yeah, I think that's good enough for today. Thanks for watching, me and maybe someone else, but thanks for watching. I'll be going to sleep now, and bye bye.